Welcome to another installment of 5-Minute Licks. On today's 5-Minute Lick, we're going to take a look at what I would consider like a modern legato style lick, which blends together economy picking, hybrid picking, of course, lots of left-hand legato and some string skipping. So it builds on a few of the ideas that we've looked at previously on this series. If you haven't seen any of my other 5-Minute Licks, check them out on the channel. You may find something that you can incorporate into your own playing. And the kind of moral of the story with all of this is going to be make this your own. Do your own version of this. If it's uncomfortable or awkward to play this line exactly the way I play it, don't worry about it so much. Just kind of use it as the catalyst to maybe come up with something similar that sounds like you. That's the whole point there. And the whole inspiration of this lick is this is kind of my version, my off-brand version of something that somebody like Andy Wood or Tom Quayle would play. And if you're not subscribed to those two dudes' YouTube channels, go and do it because they're putting up some amazing instructional content at the moment. And if you're really into this style of playing, you should go to the experts on it and check it out from the source. So I'm going to break down the line for you, then I will play it, then I'll play it over a backing track. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with a C note on the 5th fret of the A string, and we're going to reach up and play the major third there. So we're basically going to start by outlining a major 7th arpeggio. So it'll be 3 and 7 on the A string. Then we will play fret 5, which happens to be the 5th degree of the scale as well. That's a G note, which is, what is that? Fret 5 on the D string. Then we've got fret 4 and fret 5 on the G string. So we have this. Now the way I'm picking this is I'm picking the first note, I'm hammering on, I'm continuing that first stroke as an economy stroke to play this note here, and then I am using that economy stroke to go onto the next string as well. So we have this. Like I said earlier, by all means, play that whatever method is most comfortable for you. I'm then kind of cycling back down to the 5th degree of the scale, and then I'm playing back up, but this time I'm going to hammer on, we're going to play the major 7th, the root note, and then the 9th degree of the scale. So that's fret 4, 5, and 7 on the G string. We have this. So that's the basic idea there. And then we are simply going to use our middle finger on our right hand to do a hybrid stroke and play fret 3 on the high E string. So that is the 5th degree of the arpeggio. I would say scale arpeggio, whatever. It's the G note, which is the 5th from C. So we have this. And then you can just either pick your way back down or left hand hammer on your way back down. Having a guitar with a really low action is really handy. I'm playing this rubato Lassie at the moment, and this is what it sounds like with just basically nothing. You're just going to hear my vocal mic. You can see that I am picking this note back here. If you just want to left-hand it, by all means do it. You just have to try and generate as much volume as you can on the actual guitar, because then when you add bucket loads of gain and stereo delay and play on the neck pickup, it's going to sound glorious. So that kind of idea. Now, I should mention the kind of context that I'm using this in. I would not play this over necessarily a major 7th chord because I don't play jazz and I'm not a fusion player. I'm a rock player. I normally play in like a kind of straightforward minor context. So I would play this over an A minor chord, meaning that the way all of these notes would function, C would now be the minor 3rd, E would be the 5th, G would be the minor 7th, then we've got a 9th, which is pretty cool. So that's a B note, another minor 3rd. Then we've got the 11th, and on the top, we've got the minor 7th again. So it kind of functions as this minor 11th arpeggio, which, you know, is really fancy if you want to tell all your friends, oh, Leon showed me how to play a minor 11th arpeggio. Anyway, I'm going to play this line over a little backing track that is the ending from the Ragdoll song Heaven Above. If you want to grab this backing track and if you want to get a transcription for this, you can visit my Patreon. Alternatively, you can check out the Ragdoll back catalog on Bandcamp. This song is tuned down a half step, so I'm actually playing over A flat minor here. So I'm just going to move everything down 1 fret. But this is a really, really fun line. Try it out. See where it takes you. See where you take it. And if you do feel like sharing your interpretation of this lick, please tag me on here or on Instagram. I'd love to hear it. All right. This is kind of what it sounds like. I'm going to give it a crack.